You know, so many times we get caught up on what it is that we don't have. We lose sight of what it is that we actually have. This past weekend, my wife and I were hosting a back-to-school bash through our Howell Foundation for over 350 families that had registered for the event. We were not only giving them back-to-school supplies, but we're also offering classes for them, financial classes, also talking about health and really just helping us to prepare on how to get our minds and our bodies ready for going back to school, to really take on this school year to apply ourselves in every way that we possibly can. But leading up to the event, I was extremely nervous because we didn't have enough backpacks for the high school students. So we were thinking, man, what are we going to do to get these backpacks? We had a sponsor step up the week before to really give us a huge shot in the arm. Thanks to our friends over at Bingo Bills, we were able to really kind of put a dent in that, but we still needed more supplies. So here's the plan that we came up with. We said, we'll wait till the day of, we'll see, make sure everyone shows up, and we'll make sure that that day we'll run out and we'll get backpacks for everybody that's there. Going to the event, it starts to sprinkle a little bit of rain starts to fall. I get even more nervous because now I'm thinking, okay, now Lord, the people may not even show up because it's going to rain. Well, I pray and ask the Lord to hold off the rain, and I think we have a good enough relationship, so I felt like He would. Only to get to the venue and it begins to rain even harder. So now I'm thinking, oh man, no one's coming out with the rain like this. So I'm telling the volunteers, I'm trying to encourage them, but I'm really nervous myself. And I'm telling the volunteers, I pray with the Lord, and I think we're really going to get a break in the rain, and folks are really going to show up, and we're going to really be able to bless some families in a tremendous way. Well, long story short, just under 300 families showed up. As it turns out, we ended up with more than enough supplies to be able to take care of those families. That was a huge relief because I will tell you, I know what it's like to go into the classroom and not have all your supplies. I was the guy who never had his map pencils going into class. So you're having to sit and wait on someone else who's using their blue, and you're having to sit and wait on them in order for you to use it to complete the assignment. I never liked that feeling. And I didn't like the feeling of me saying we're going to host a back to school bash and then these kids not get everything that they need. But as it turned out, we had just under 300 families to show up, so that gave us an abundance of what we needed. We were able to not only give kids supplies for what they need for this first semester, but also be able to supply them for when they come back from winter break. So I wanted to say this to encourage you. Maybe it's not back to school supplies that you need. Maybe it's dealing with your bills. Maybe it's dealing with your health. Maybe it's something going on in your marriage. I don't know what it is, but I will tell you this. You could be walking in abundance when you think you're walking in lack. Change your focus, and I think you'll find that you're actually walking in abundance. Change your focus.